Hey, my name is Jobby, and today's model kit has been pre-built and pre-painted. So let's talk about everything that's wrong with it. Now before we dig right in, a little backstory on the mobile suit itself. The ReZEL, not the ReZEL as I was originally pronouncing it, is a giant mecha from the series Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. And that's all I know, I still haven't finished that damn show. The sculpting on this model kit is amazing, but the painting, we'll get to that soon enough. This is a great looking mobile suit. It has a bit of that blocky aesthetic of the original Gundam series, but also a lot of edges and detail to modernize it. The only thing that really confuses me is, when they said Gundam Unicorn, I wasn't expecting the horn to be right there. There's a lot of mechanical tidbits and panel lines that presents a great opportunity for detailed paintwork. Too bad this has none of that. Now Kyle, I appreciate your generosity and I love you for it, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna hold back on my opinion. The painting's sloppy, but I'm not gonna completely trash it because I understand where you're coming from. Just like me, you'd rather avoid stickers and paint the sticker details on your own. But your painting technique seems to be missing a crucial element. Patience. I could be talking out of my ass here, and please point it out if I am, but it looks to me that you painted these parts with a tiny brush, possibly with acrylic paint, and you tried covering the areas either in one stroke or multiple strokes while the paint was still wet. That's a big no-no. You see, the key to a nice smooth coat of paint are multiple thin layers. And by that I mean, you take a little bit of paint, cover the area lightly, wait for it to dry, cover the area lightly again, wait for it to dry, and so on and so on. And depending on the paint, the waiting time between coats could take up to 10 minutes to an hour. It's a long, tedious process to be sure, but it pays off in the long run. Now, if you want a more intelligent explanation of this technique, you're definitely not gonna find it here. So check the link in the description. There's a video that goes in depth to what I'm talking about, and it helped me a lot, so I hope it helps you. I also recommend a flat top coat. Gives your kit a nice professional finish. Now there's something really important that I have to point out because I know for a fact that some of you are psychopaths. Please don't send hate to Kyle. I'm only trying to help him out by criticizing his painting technique, and hopefully in that process I'm helping you guys out. So please don't talk shit about my boy. Also, stop trying to find out where I live. You know who the fuck you are. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking I'm a hypocrite. I mean, how the hell can this chinky fuck criticize painting when he doesn't even paint his own goddamn model kit? Hey! Look at that. I'm not saying I'm the best painter out there, but I do have a few years of experience. It's just that currently I don't have the time or the space to paint anymore. But with all that being said, at least the silver in the visor looks amazing. It's just too bad that it's a sticker, you little cheater. So let's talk about some of his accessories. Plug right into his hands. They're a bit too long for my taste, but some people are into that. And you get a pair of trigger finger hands. But if he has trigger finger hands, he must have a gun of some kind, right? Well, his guns are attached to his backpack, which is kind of the main point of this kit. Force transformation sequence engaged. And here we have what's promised on the box. And just when I thought the ReZEL was a cool looking mobile suit, this clusterfuck of a backpack makes me 10 times bigger. It's excessive, but amazing. But just like the painting on the main body, the painting on here is a bit sloppy. Same advice applies here, Kyle. More patience. Also, brand new tip, masking tape is your best friend. And if you already know about masking tape, you just need a more steady hand. And speaking of hands, the trigger finger hands get some use here. But first you gotta swing over these guns, flip out the handle, and plug it into the hand. God, that's great, but my iPhone camera does not do it justice. In addition to these gun arms, these sections can move out, rotate, the wings spread out, and this part moves out. But let's remove the backpack so we can make the possibility that much easier. Ball joint at the head, ball joint at the base of the neck, allows him to look up that far and look down that far. Rotation at the shoulder, shoulder pad moves and arm moves out. Swivel here, bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, every ball joint can be, ball joint at the waist, another time. Front skirt moves out and Kyle did split the skirt. Ball joint at the side skirts that allows it to rotate. Rotation at the leg, can move back that far. Thigh swivel, pretty good spread. Double bend at the knee, ball joint at the ankle, a pivot, and the toe bends down. But that plays more into the spoiler. Posability on this guy is very good, but unfortunately the joints are kinda loose. And the gigantic backpack does not help at all. Fortunately, you can take a Bandai plug it into his gooch, and he looks great in the air. As for size, this kit is a larger high grade, but the backpack just adds a whole lot of presence. Here's Figma Model Academy, SH Monster Arch Godzilla, Masterpiece Optimus Prime, Master Grade Zaku, and another Gundam Unicorn high grade, the high grade Angsha. Looks like these guys are both unicorns. So Kyle, luckily for your self-esteem, I'm done talking about your painting technique. Now, I'm gonna tear into the model kit itself. This guy transforms, but let's put huge air quotes on that word, because this is what you would call a parts former. You get entirely separate pieces for the alternate mode, and you pretty much have to disassemble the kit and put it back together. Now, I understand with high-grade design, it's very hard to engineer a perfect transformation, but just because I understand why, doesn't mean I have to like it. Let's get into this shit. And here we have the what the hell is happening. It's like an explosion with wings. But then you see a semblance of a cockpit and a shit ton of thrusters. And yeah, it's some kind of vehicle. And I actually like it a lot. You know, parts forming aside, seeing how compact this mode is makes me want to get the Master Grade ReZEL. Because I want to see how the engineering would work on an actual transformation. I know it would be a shit show, but I think I would like it. And one more note about Kyle. Come on, man. And I thought my nut marks were bad. So this mode doesn't look that impressive on the ground. But if you get a Bandai, you can put in my ass. The stand doesn't work with this mode. Even a standard high grade stand doesn't work. You actually need a super special attachment piece, and that really sucks. Because this thing belongs in the air. Oh well, you could always pick it up and whoosh it around like a 5-year-old. So this mode is usually squat and short, but the guns add a lot of extra length. Maraka Godzilla Prime, Zaku, and Angsha. Overall, this model kit is awesome. But it can definitely become amazing with the right painting technique. And since I don't send anything back from my P.O. box, I might take a crack at painting this myself. But no promises though. So once again, big thanks to Kyle Kurtz. As much as I laid into you on your painting technique, know that by sending me this model kit, you saved my channel by providing another video. And if any of you guys want to provide videos, go ahead and send stuff to my P.O. box. That's P.O. Box 329 Norwalk, California 90651. And if I don't review what you send, at least you'll get to see it in my P.O. box unboxing. And you should check out the first episode of that. Links in the description. So a new P.O. box video coming out very soon, and more shit I don't care about. Yay! I use stickers. All of the stickers.